I graduated from the University of Iowa in 2016 with a bachelor's in English and in Chinese. So I am currently an ETA in Taiwan. This is actually my second year as an ETA. I don't think most countries offer this opportunity, but Taiwan allows ETAs to apply to extend for a year. So last year I was in a small island called Kinmen, and this year I'm in Taipei. Fulbright has given me lots of cool experiences, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit and choose a very extended experience. So my coolest experience was definitely living in Kinmen last year. It is one of Taiwan's remote islands, and it's actually only a mile off the coast of mainland China. So it's much closer to China than it is to Taiwan. Because of its very, very interesting position, it was the front lines for the Chinese Civil War when China and Taiwan split. So it's got this really, really cool military history. On top of that, it's a super, super traditional place. To the point that my students lived in like traditional houses, and the people of Kinmen, they speak a dialect that people don't actually speak in Taiwan, and they celebrate holidays that the rest of Taiwan doesn't celebrate. All of these things really scared me when I first got placed in Kinmen, because I just thought oh wow, it's so isolated. It's going to be so different from home. But luckily I had an amazing cohort who really helped me and encouraged me to see all the positive sides of living in Kinmen, and I fell in love with it. To this day, it's my favorite place I've ever lived, and I realize I'm probably never going to live in a place like that again with such history and such rich culture. And really, it's only because of Fulbright that I even know this place exists, to be quite frank. And first thing I do is head to school around 7:45, get there at 8. I actually live close enough to school that I can walk. Every day I teach between 2 to 6 classes. I currently teach at a public junior high school. Obviously an English teacher, but the classes I teach actually range in subjects. So sometimes I teach a normal English textbook class, but I also teach a 5-person conversation class, and I teach English club, and I even teach a bilingual PE class. Sometimes I teach by myself, sometimes I teach with a local teacher. In between classes, I am usually just at my desk, lesson planning or prepping for the next class. I always encourage my students to come to my office and talk to me, though, because I want them to have plenty of opportunities to practice speaking English in real world context. The school day ends at 4, but I usually stay later to keep prepping for class, and then after that I head home, and it's just kind of my time after school. Usually I'll make dinner for myself and then go for a run down the Geelong River. It's really beautiful.